There's just no queen like a vegan queen.
Hello everybody, I'm Gemini Andro.
And I'm Creeping Miasma.
And welcome to the Ladies in Lockdown Halloween Special! Oh, do you know what I reminded myself of then?
What?
Do you remember them clowns at the seafront in a glass box?
Yeah. Oh, I ate that. That one at Blackpool.
When Paul was a child, he stood in front of one, utterly fascinated, and his parents couldn't get him away from it. And he was belly laughing with it. Isn't that weird that as an adult he finds them quite scary?
It is, isn't it? Well, it's funny that we've both become the living embodiment of them.
So Miasma, tell us about your outfit, and then I'll tell you about mine.
Well, my inspo today were a little bit, obviously political, because as we established last episode, we're political queens on Facebook. I thought, well, you know what? After abusing the earth for so many years, the earth decided to bite back.
Oh.
Little trail of blood, see? One eye's gone. Pumpkins, Venus flytraps, and you know, we're seeing the results now. You can only abuse the planet for so long before it starts to fight back at you.
Well, she's been fighting back for goodness knows how long.
Well, yeah.
And this little ensemble, I actually got the dress from a second-hand shop for £1.
Pound?
Now, £1. Now, I think it's Maleficent, and if it's not, it goes right well with this headdress, so I'm sticking with it, kid.
It's Maleficent's Sunday best.
And here's the weird thing, I've never seen the film. I've no idea who she is, Maleficent. I just think the look's fabulous.
She's a spinning wheel lady, isn't she? You know, Sleeping Beauty. On her 16th birthday, your daughter will prick her finger.
She will prick her finger and sleep for 100 years.
And everyone's like, do I look scared? Do you know what I mean? And then she does, and they're all like, burn the spinning wheels, burn the spinning wheels. And then suddenly there's a spinning wheel anyway, and then she's Sparko. There you go.
Yeah, but some stud comes along and snogs her, doesn't he?
Without asking her consent, I might add.
I know, and that's not right.
That's not right.
However, can we not let modern day society destroy everything?
No! I'm being daft now. But yeah, so there you go, Sleeping Beauty. You came for the horror, stay for the folklore.
Now, Halloween, when did it become such a big thing in this country, Miasma? Because when I were a kid, somebody used to stick a bloody paper skeleton up one wall, and you might have a toffee apple, and that were it. You might watch an horror film.
You know, it was just a piss up with different decorations, weren't it? You know. But yeah, we seem to have adopted it, don't we, in this country? I know it's always been a big thing in America.
Very much so.
You know, gradually it's become a thing here with the kiddies and so on and so forth, and the trick-or-treating, and so on, and all this business. But, you know, I wonder if it's like a stopgap as well, because, you know, when you think about it in the year, like, after you've had, like, Easter, you know, depending on whatever you celebrate, there's not a right lot going on, is there? You know what I mean? So everyone was just like, you know what we'll do? We'll do Halloween, then we'll do Bonfire Night, and then we'll do Christmas, and sort everybody out for the end of the year. Maybe that's
well, what's it actually called? There's
I believe it was Samhain, wasn't it? Like the
and
festival.
Isn't it like it's the end of the harvest season? In fact, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on a vlog. I said we used to be very respectful of the earth, and we used to like we'd bake an apple pie, and get a vat of cider and bury it to say thank you for the crops that helped us to make these things.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been part of the whole Samhain thing.
You're probably right. Well, it's all tied in, isn't it, with like paganism and stuff like that. Apples are a big thing. Like if you cut them in half, you get a pentagram. All that business, you know.
It's ritualism in general, and to be honest with you, Miasma, it's a thing I love and miss.
I do.
Very much. Did you ever write a note to Santa Claus and burn it up the chimbley?
Well, we didn't have a chimney, but my mum hoovered one up once. Which I thought were as good as.
Right, Miasma.
Go ahead.
Favourite horror films?
Oh, now, good question.
Have you got any?
Yeah, I've got a couple actually. I really like well, this is more of a slasher, but let's have it. I really like the Scream films, you know, the Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yes.
I love them. I think they were really smart, and they came out at like a good time when we were sort of doing like, you know, like hyper aware pop culture and stuff like that, you know. I love that. And there's one I love because it's dead clever, called, I think we've talked about it before actually, called Pontypool.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Such a good scary film, and it's so scary because you don't see anything. That's what makes it absolutely terrifying.
That's on Netflix, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. But folk at home, if you've not seen, watch. And final one, my top three I'll do. Final one would be the very first Paranormal Activity.
It was definitely the best of the series.
It's
definitely
terrifying. The performances are so good as well that you have to remind yourself that they're acting.
Yeah. Now I'll have that as one of my top three as well. Miasma. Paranormal Activity, because it's just one of those films. For things that have really personally scared me, and given me what horror films should give you, that sense of dread, and if you immerse yourself in them, you know. It Follows.
Oh yeah.
Would I think be the most modern day one. In fact, sack off Paranormal Activity. I love it, but it's one of your top three.
Okay.
So It Follows, the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. And the new Train to Busan 2 called Peninsula.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Very good. If you like a zombie film, which I do, I love a zombie film.
Do you need to have seen the first one?
No.
No. Oh, well,
No,
that's good. I like that. Yeah.
Because it's set 4 years after, so it's just like, this is 4 years after a zombie apocalypse.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's all you need to know. None of the same characters or anything. It's a standalone movie.
Oh, nice.
Very,
one.
very good.
That's good. That's smart as well with the filmmakers. Have you got any favourite quotes from horror? Have you got any favourite things like, ooh, like I like that?
I'll say it in catchy style.
Do it.
You're all gonna die up there.
Something you could also say to them people at the checkout that wear their face masks like a chin strap.
Couldn't you?
Couldn't you? Stay away from me, Linda. Stay away. Just trying Linda as a new thing.
I like it.
It's alright, isn't it?
Have you got any favourite horror quotes?
Yeah, one, it's Drew Barrymore, who I love, in the first Scream, actually, funnily enough. Where you know when she's on phone and she's at the end of her rag because he's rung her at the start and the popcorn's burning over, and so she's going, and my boyfriend's gonna come and he's big and he plays football and he's gonna kick your ass. That's my personal favourite. I don't know why.
I also like, although I'm paraphrasing here, Your mother sews socks in Delft.
Yes, of course, that remake of The Exorcist that they filmed over Saddleworth Moor, yeah. Could you imagine The Exorcist in Saddleworth?
It'd be fabulous.
Imagine that.
It'd be quite fitting, actually.
It would. Do you know what? Given how much real life horror there's been on Saddleworth Moor, that'd be really fitting.
Speaking of real life horror, it's a good segue into what we always do in these episodes, which is a rundown of the last couple of weeks. Now let's pick the one good thing that's major. The Pope suddenly supports civil partnerships.
Yo, yeah, I saw this, yeah. I remember being quite baffled.
That's pretty huge. For the Catholic Church, that's huge. And I think that that's a very bold and brave thing for a man in his position to do.
Credit where it's due.
I mean, it's not.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Relatively speaking.
But it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, the world's going mad again. Miasma, it's... Spain and Germany are now... Is it Spain? No, France and Germany are now back in full lockdown. Everyone's saying that we need to do it here, and the government start paying attention because they want businesses to make money so that they can get the tax. There's been beheadings again in France. One a couple of weeks ago of a teacher who talked about freedom of speech and talked about the right that publications have to draw caricatures, and he just talked about it in a class, and somebody cut his head off in the street. And this morning there's been another one.
Yeah, it flashed up on my Twitter actually just before we started filming this, love, and I was like, oh, what's this now? Because you know when you get like one of them announcements and you're like, oh god, what is it now? do you know I just
it's no wonder people are feeling crushed and people are feeling stifled, and it's not just the virus, it's not just the lockdown or the thoughts of more impending lockdowns, and it's not just our COVID fatigue. It's that around all of this, which in itself is a weight none of us have ever carried, the world's falling apart. People are more divided than they've ever been, ever. And I think you have to lay a lot of it, I mean you do, you have to lay a lot of it in the laps of the Tory party and this whole Brexit fiasco, because that's about separatism. We are separating from these people, we no longer want any part of them, to Trump and his wall and his whole racist rhetoric that he constantly denies but constantly puts out there. It legitimizes the nationalism, the jingoism, the hatred that people carry, that they've stifled because they thought it was wrong.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, hey!
No, you're absolutely right, yeah. And you know, much like a teacher in a classroom, think of like your political leaders as your teachers. You set the culture. You know what I mean? And that dictates how your students learn, or what they think is acceptable behaviour. And you know, they need to take responsibility for that. But they won't.
No, I know.
They won't. They'll just deflect again. Like this whole week with the whole thing about, you know, the free school meals for children and stuff like that, with the Marcus Rashford campaign. The other day, what's his face from the Tory party was like, oh wow, left wingers really don't like non-white people in the Tory party. I'm like, what's this you're trying to play now? What's this weird you're trying to spin this weird narrative. It's like, no, we just don't like you. And we don't like Priti Patel. You know why? Because you're sociopaths.
Yeah.
And you have no concern for others. It does not matter a tinker's toss what race you are.
Speaking of Marcus Rashford, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marcus Rashford, I'm sorry to say that Marcus is, although helping massively with this particular issue, is a part of the main problem. He earned 10.4 million in 2019, Miasma. That's £200,000 a week.
Yeah.
For playing football.
Yeah.
And there are people who can't feed their kids. Now, it's alright jumping up and saying, I'll be the champion of this issue, but if you look at the bigger picture, it's like, isn't this at its core a part of the problem?
It's a good point.
10.4 million in 1 year. He's 22, he seems to have a heart of gold. That's all wonderful.
No, it's
how
great.
Much is he being, how much is he being taxed? How much does someone who earns 10 million in a year get taxed? Because that's an important thing to look into.
Absolutely. Well, there was one that came up the other day I was reading that I thought was just mad. Apparently Jeff Bezos, obviously Amazon, apparently someone had worked out that if he gave every single one of his employees worldwide a bonus of $105,000, which is a one-off, he would still have more money than he had at the start of the pandemic.
Absolutely.
And think how many people work for Amazon.
Well, here's the thing. I think that was around a couple of years ago, you know, as well. Before, yeah, but not pandemic related. It was just like he could do this and still be worth this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I'm not going to have the conversation about millionaires and billionaires again. We've done it so much on the channel. Humans don't learn anything about the wealth divide, but what you have to do is, while you are preaching about the wealthy coveting each other, protecting each other and gathering their wealth whilst leaving children hungry, you have to question everybody. Your favourite pop star, your favourite footballer, your favourite TV presenter. How much are they earning? What are they doing for the world they live in?
Yeah.
If you don't do that, but you're against the Tories for their wealth, you're a hypocrite and you're uninformed. And if we don't all start getting informed, it will just continue to happen. Those who do not learn from their history are doomed to repeat it.
There you go. Absolutely.
Well, we're in exactly the same position now as they were in ancient Egypt. It's just that we're not living in mud huts or being forced to build pyramids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, Miasma.
Last word on that, I will just say, and although we do applaud all the charity work and so on and so forth, the cold fact of the matter is, charity, while a virtue, is a failure of the state.
Yes.
If the state operates properly, they should not exist.
Absolutely, Miasma.
Yeah.
It's true, isn't it?
Think of all these organisations that do amazing work. It's like, that should be paid for already by your taxes. God knows you pay enough.
Miasma, as it's a Halloween episode, here's something horrible for the meat eaters.
Oh no.
The World Health Organization has confirmed that processed meats do cause cancer.
Oh, don't worry about it, love. Don't worry about it, love, because Darren from Grimsby, who got a D in GCSE biology, knows better. It's fine. We'll read about it on Twitter. It's fine.
This has been doing my head in with the whole, like, the Manchester Evening News is doing a great job of keeping us informed about the results, you know, about COVID.
Yeah.
And there's people in the comments saying, why don't you give the death statistics for cancer and Alzheimer's and heart disease? Because you can't catch them standing next to someone in the shop, Darren.
And also, if you're that arsed, go and look it up.
But what's its relevance?
No, you're right. There is no relevance. They're not comparable things.
I can stand next to someone with cancer and I can empathise with them, but they can't give it me. However, they can talk in my direction and give me COVID. Seriously. And this whole QAnon thing, I have no time for it. I have no respect for it. It's about supporting Donald Trump, demonising the kind wealthy, because there are some out there, you know, who do a lot, but they get demonised.
Yeah.
And it's about supporting right-wing rhetoric. So, cough with your QAnon shit.
Yeah,
no
we're not
time for
arsed.
it.
No, we're not
No
arsed.
time for it, Miasma.
No.
At all.
Get out. Get out.
He did the mash. He did the monster mash. He did the mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. He did the mash.
Oh, while we're at it, do you know what else is really interesting as well I've noticed this week? You might have noticed this on Twitter and gone, what's all this about? Because I did. And people going, after a really tough 2 weeks, I've finally taken my loved ones to a private island somewhere.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian West. Same thing we've always said about Jeffree Star. Vulgar and read the room.
Vulgar display of wealth.
Yeah.
Absolutely vulgar display of wealth. It's just, and this is it, it's like, stop rubbing it in everyone's faces.
Yeah.
All of you. Jeffree Star included, with all his new cars and his mansions and his blah 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 blah. Lower the price of your fucking product. Give some of your profits to charity. No, more than that. No, more than that.
Yeah. Exactly. And just now, and don't stop using words like humble. So humbled by this. You know what? If you're really fucking humbled, don't tweet.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to read it. We're not interested. We do not care.
Read the room!
Exactly. The whole lot of them. Do you know what? I really hope this situation, and I really hope it does, and I don't know if it will, I hope we finally see the end of the cult of influencers and people that are just famous for being themselves. We've evolved past the need. We don't need them. We do not need them.
Miasma, it's exactly the same on YouTube in our own circle of veganism.
Yeah.
The more self-absorbed people become, the bigger they get. They don't put themselves there.
No, you're right. It is a cultural shift.
You have to be strong enough to say, even though I really want to watch this, for this and this reason, I'm not going to. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, sincerely, all the time.
Yeah, we need to stop giving people a free pass on things as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, it's like, no. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter who did it.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say another thing. Well, I am, but not about that.
Wait, what's the other thing you're going to say? I'm interested.
Oh, I don't know now. Now I'm on the spot and I'm like, what can I say now? Can I say anything? Bust. Big bra busting bust on my body.
Have you got a bust on?
I've got a little padded balconette.
I've got nothing.
But they don't impinge. It's a bit like wearing a tabard, you know, when you forget you've got a figure.
Mind you, I couldn't have worn anything. I think this dress is size 12 to 14 age.
Oh dear. I've lost it, look. I'm just like,
Have you got any plans? Have you got any plans for, oh, in fact, I forgot.
What?
Well, this will be out on Halloween night.
Yeah?
Premiering it at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Here
On
I am on
Halloween
Halloween.
I bet we're there in the chat now. There's me on those vegan guys. Oh no, I'll be on the vegan queens because I'll have to moderate.
I'm gonna borrow Stuart's and go on Libraries Open, and I'll be there and chat.
Nice. Lovely.
Like nobody's business. Which is nice actually, because Stuart is going to be reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley on Halloween, in between chatting to you all at the premiere of this video, so that'd be nice, won't it?
What, reading the full thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to get through the whole thing, but like he thought, you know what, he never read it, like the proper book, but like maybe start on Halloween, and that's quite nice, isn't it? You know,
nice.
You know, so there you go. It's raining, it's pouring. My love life is boring me to tears. Speaking of which,
after all these years, go on.
No more tears. You know what I'm talking about, people of the UK. What's going on? What's going on? Bristol's now in Tier 1 Plus. What on earth is that? I can't wait for Manchester to be in, you know, tier 3.5 to the power of 6. Do your BODMAS brackets first, multiplied by 6 to the power of 9. What does it mean?
I don't know, but I know that people are upset with it and annoyed by it and fearful of another, but I do think we need another national lockdown. And people say, oh, what's the point? People are getting it anyway. The point is so that we don't cripple our NHS. And so that we don't have people dying in corridors because we haven't got enough equipment. That's the point.
Where's the dignity in that? Do you know what I mean? Where's the care? No, totally. I mean, the thing is like, I do, and I would just like to caveat that by saying, I don't not support these lockdowns. What I'm saying is, once again, the government have failed to provide anything useful or, you know, that makes sense to people that they can actually do. They literally said, Tier 1, 2 and 3 is what they are, simple. Everyone's like, right, great, cool. Now it's Tier 1 Plus. They can't help themselves. Tinkering.
I know.
And, you know, you're just like, oh, you're just taking the piss now. And all that's going to do is make people just completely ignore them completely. Because people, not that I'm saying that's right, but people do get to a point where they're like,
yeah,
I do not understand what you're talking about, and I'm just switching off now. Like that Brenda from Bristol, who were on news the other day.
What did she say?
She was like, well, I don't so much, I'm paraphrasing, I don't so much care about me because I'll be dead soon. I thought, oh, bless her. She went, but what about all these people? We should be keeping them safe, and they don't know what they're doing, and the government's just telling us conflicting things. She was iconic, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But, you know what I mean? It's just like, just for God's sake, make a decision. Everyone hates you already, so it doesn't really matter what decision you decide on. Just do one.
When is Stuart's Frankenstein going up, love?
Oh, I don't know if he's going to vlog it or if he's just going to read it.
Oh, right. I thought you meant read it on a vlog.
Oh God, no! Imagine that'd be about 7 hours long. He can't even stand himself.
That's why I said.
No, just the reading, because he did that Halloween special the other day, didn't he? Like books for Halloween.
Oh, we'll link that. We'll link that up there.
But
I'm also going to chat just very briefly about, do you remember Paul making a festive plait last year for Christmas? Well, 2017, and then ever since.
Oh, I love that plait.
Well, he's done a new one called The Meatless Feast.
Seen it on the Twitter. With all the tweets and the things.
My Asbury, give me a slice with a bit of salad.
Were it thick?
It were gorgeous. I'm going to put the recipe vlog up there. It was that nice. Honestly, it was lovely. Tell you what, it's giving me a headache, this.
Do you know?
I don't know, she coped all that time.
No, well, this is why she was so angry. Normal people don't give people spinning wheels.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
She was fed up, wasn't she?
She was
done. Proper fed up.
She was so done. Maybe they were in tier 3.5 to the power of 9 as well. Do you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I've had it with this. I'm going to give that girl a spinning wheel. Are you doing anything
special, Miasma, for actual Halloween? Or so you're reading Frankenstein? No, Stuart's reading Frankenstein. Oh, it does get confusing sometimes.
I know. Do you know what I mean? It's bad enough living here. You never know who you're going to see in the kitchen at 7 a.m.
I'm quite sure it's always... Go on.
I'm not doing out. Do you know what? I'm not doing out special because I've kind of been cheating on Halloween with Christmas. I've started watching... Do you know them, right? I love them, but they're rubbish. You know them sort of like made-for-TV Christmas movies?
Yes.
And they're all like the Hallmark Channel and TCM and stuff like that.
Joan...
I've had them on for 3 days now.
Paul's mother Joan loves them.
Yeah.
Loves them. Watches them all year, because they're on all bloody year.
I know. Tell me about it.
Most of the time. Although they do come up with a Christmas movies channel, don't they, around this time?
Yeah. Well, that's what I've had on 24/7. And I'm just like, ugh, that would never happen. But still watching it. Like,
So, we've kind of... Because we're doing this special on Halloween night...
Prepared to have your gooses bumped.
It's going to be a week on Thursday for our next episode, isn't it?
It is.
Just so folk are aware.
Yeah, you've had your content. You've had your content now, beggar off.
Go on, away with you.
Get gone with you. No, yeah, no, that'll be nice, that. And then, you know, hopefully we'll have something right nice to talk about then. I don't know that much up, but you know.
No, I don't either.
You know, it's been a silly...
I don't either, my darling.
I threw away my 2020 diary the other day. I thought, well, that's gone for a Burton, hasn't it? Like Elizabeth Taylor.
I know. What's the point in it? What's the point in having a whiteboard in your kitchen? You know what I mean?
Like, oh, what will I do today? Stare at the ceiling and think existential thoughts. Just like I did on Tuesday.
And Monday. And Sunday.
And every month for the past year.
Well, Miasma, because it's Halloween night, I think we should keep this. I think we should keep this quite a short one. We've talked about our favourite movies. We've had an Halloween sing. We've talked about some of our favourite quotes. We've dressed up. But folk have stuff to do, and we're putting this out as a premiere, so that we can be there chatting. So I hope I'm saying nice things in the chat right now.
I hope I am. I hope I'm not being a right cow.
Oh, I hope you're not, love.
I hope I'm not, but I'm not making any promises either.
No, I don't blame you.
You know why? Because it's 2020 and the gloves are off. The gloves would be off if they hadn't taken me 5 minutes to put on. The gloves would be off.
Well, my darlings, it was a reasonably short episode, but we've been the vegan queens at Halloween.
Ooh.
And we hope you've right bloody enjoyed yourselves. I can't wait to get this outfit off. I'm too hot.
Do you know what? I'm just saying, I'm freezing. Because this bathroom might have the good light, but I tell you what, there's no substitute for underfloor heating. Collar's come off. Look at her, the harlot. Look at her. She looks good though, doesn't she? Are you tempted? Are you tempted?
Right, my darling.
Right,
couple of thumbnails. That'll do.
Little insight there into the world of media.
Love you, girl. I'll see you soon. See you week on Thursday.
See you week on Thursday. All the treats, none of the tricks, love. Mwah.
All of you, thanks for watching. Bye, loves. Bye.